Hey everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel once again. This is Abhishek, your friend but not a financial advisor. And with that being said, guys, please keep this in mind that I'm not here to give you any kind of any financial advice. This video is just based on my personal opinion and is for just entertainment purposes only, or at the most to bring up this particular penny stock up to your attention. So today we are going to talk about one biotech penny stock which I am keeping an eye on. Now, why I'm saying keeping an eye on? Because of the current market situation regarding inflation and the rise in the bond yields, because so much money is being pumped by the Fed back into the system regardless of economy reopening and economy becoming better. So much money is still being printed and being put back into the system, and that's why in such times we should be super careful when we are trying to involve or invest in such penny stocks or high growth stocks or high risk stocks who are far away from generating any positive cash flow. But despite of that, why I'm bringing up this stock up to your attention, because in my opinion this stock, and there are few companies out there who have huge upside potential but had been beaten down considerably, that they are on their all-time lows. And not all stocks I'm talking about, guys. There are only few stocks out there which in my opinion, of course, have a huge upside potential from their 52-week close, and that's why I'm filtering them down. And this is just my personal opinion. I can be more than 100% wrong, and like I said, in such situation, in such fear, we should be super careful. And that's why I'm begging you, please be careful. Just watch this video, do your own due diligence, and in my opinion, what I would be doing is, my first priority is to hedge my portfolio against such inflation. And if some money is left which I am still planning to put into high risk stocks, then okay, I would be putting my money into such companies. So that would be my strategy. You can make your own strategy, but again, this is not any kind of a financial advice, and this is not any pump and dump, guys. You can just simply ignore the video. And yeah, this is just my personal opinion, and I just wanted to bring up this particular opportunity up to your attention. Now let's just jump into the video. So guys, the biotech company which I'm going to talk about today in this video is actually a penny stock. Yes, another penny stock, and which goes by the name Electrocore, trading with the ticker symbol ECOR. And as you can see, it's not doing that good, and that's the reason why I'm bringing up this stock up to your attention, so that we can take an advantage of this low price. But anyways, we'll get onto that further in this video. So the closing price was 1.02 cents, and like we can see, it's today also in the pre-market, it's down by 1.96% and would be opening at $1 to be exact. The current market cap is at $70 million. The price to earnings ratio doesn't exist because the company is not generating any positive earnings. The earnings per share is therefore in negative 0.48 cents, and we can see the 52-week range is 99 cents to $3.63, and that's one of the reasons why I'm bringing up this stock up to your attention right now, because it is near its 52-week lows, and this could be a good opportunity. Why? Well, yes, that's what the video is about. So the average volume is 1 million, and we can see the volume yesterday was alone 3 million, which exceeded the average volume, and the 1 year price target is $3.60. we will get on to the analyst price targets as well. So now let's move on to see what the company actually does. So Electrocore is basically working with the science of NVNS, and NVNS is a type of therapy which stimulates the vagus nerve, which has been proven to help people suffering from a variety of disorders. Now the other most important thing which we can look at as investors is this right here. So they are working with the Gamma Core Sapphire product, which is already FDA approved, and they have received the EUA to treat patients with known or suspected COVID-19 who are experiencing asthma related or reduced airflow issues. So this is one of a really good catalyst, but yes, this catalyst has not yet been baked into the stock price. So yeah, we should always understand that business is not the stock price and stock price is not the business itself. So let's move on. So like I said, guys, they do have a product, and the most important thing is that it's already FDA cleared. So the name of the product is Gamma Core Sapphire, and there are many biotech companies out there who don't even have a product and are still overhyped. And this is one of the most important things, that they do have a product which can result into potential sales. Now, COVID did impact their sales, and we will see that in the analysis, but yes, they do have a product, and that's why we can be quite sure that the company will do good in the coming years. So anyways, moving on. So the product is quite handy, it's comfortable and easy to use. As you can see, you can just put it on the neck, and yeah, your vagus nerve will be detected. So prevention in the treatment of cluster headaches, and also in the prevention of migraine and treatment of acute migraine in adults and adolescents. So use alongside existing treatments, no drug interactions and drug-like side effects, and can be used multiple times per day or month. So this is one of the most important things and the highlights of their product. So like I said, that it is basically used for treating migraines and cluster headaches. So now let's talk about some of the bullish points, and then let's move on to some of the bearish points which I do think about the company which are not that good. So first, let's talk about their revenue growth opportunities. So we can see that they do have quite good opportunities out there in the pipeline, and they are also planning to expand internationally through recently executed Gamma Core Sapphire distribution agreements covering Eastern Europe, Canada, Australia, Belgium, Luxembourg, basically in Europe and Asia as well. So this is quite good. So this is one of the other bullish points which actually shows us the sales opportunities, and this data right here is actually provided by the US Department of Veterans Affairs, which shows us that approximately 400,000 patients saw VA healthcare providers for headache in 2018, though the data is from 2018, but I'm sure it grew, and the migraine grew tenfold in 8 years according to the US Department of Veteran Affairs, and more than 27,000 veterans suffer from cluster headache. So we can see that yes, there is a huge opportunity out there for their product. And of course, when we talk about opportunities, we never consider acquiring a really good chunk of the market. We can just imagine that even if they can just acquire 2 to 5% of this market, it's enough for them. The other bullish point which I really like about this company is this right here. So Gamma Core is the only FDA cleared non-invasive VNS therapy in headaches. Now, yes, they are working just with headaches and also treating migraines in long COVID-19 issues as well, and also acute strokes, opioid use disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder. So this one product is actually can be used for many neurological pains and disorders. But on the other hand, it can also be used for gastrointestinal problems, not all, but few, and inflammation as well. So this is what I like about this one product, that it is actually helping in various other diseases which are related to, of course, VNS therapy. So with VNS therapy, they can actually prevent all these issues with just one product, and the product is FDA cleared, like I said. So the other bullish point, before moving on to the last bullish point I would like to cover, is their growth, guys. So we can see right here that their annual revenue is actually growing quite steadily, and also their earnings are actually improving. So it's becoming less in negative, so it's increasing. And if we move on to their quarterly revenue, we can see that their quarterly revenue was okay, not that consistent, but it is. So in the second quarter of 2020, I can assume that okay, pandemic hit, and yeah, their product was just basically for migraines. But then on the third quarter of 2020, they showed some improvement. Then quarter fourth 2020, they had a downfall, but still better than second quarter of 2020. And then in quarter one 2021, they have picked it up. And I assume this because their product Gamma Core actually also worked on the COVID-19 symptoms and problems. So I do think that they had some sales because of the COVID-19. So I do think that this was the reason why they could book some profits and some gains in quarter one 2021 from the last year, because that's when they came up with this solution with their product treating in COVID problems. So this is the bullish point which I wanted to cover, and I do see that the company is growing and does have a good growth potential in the future as well. So coming on to our last bullish point, which is quite important for me and I guess for many investors out there, are the key near-term milestones. So with this, we can know that if the company is going on the correct path and what are the growth opportunities, what are the upcoming catalysts. So accordingly, we can plan our entry and exit, because this is a penny stock in the end of the day, guys. Yes. And of course, I never would recommend to put more than 5 to 10% of your money from your portfolio into penny stocks, because penny stocks are risky. My strategy is quite different, but everyone should have a risk tolerance plus a safety management for sure for their portfolio. So anyways, so if I would be investing into this company, which I will get onto at what price I will be willing to put money into this company, then I will be patient with this company until at least quarter 2 2022. So like we can see that they do have some near milestones, and which is quite good. They have enough of milestones to reach, and I hope they reach these milestones in the near future. So this is one of the most important things and the last bullish point which I would like to cover. And now let's move on to the bearish case scenario and look at the company's bearish points, which I don't basically like. And yeah, so let's get on to it. Okay guys, so the first bearish point which I would like to cover is right here. So we can see that they recently did a public offering worth $18 million. So they diluted all of their retail investors and all of their investors in general with $18 million worth of shares. So this is one of the big red flags for me when the company is doing big dilutions on regular basis. So basically they are doing every 2 to 3 months some dilution, and this is one of the biggest red flags for me as retail investors. But I would still give them a benefit of doubt. Why? Well, let's see. So why they are doing this? Well, either they can take a good financial debt with a high interest rates, or they can follow this financial way of diluting their shareholders. And we will see from the financials that their most of the financial help or the cash which they have raised with financial tools is just through dilution. So there is no debt whatsoever. Yes, we cannot compare these two things. Both are red flags. But in this case, I still think that they will be financially stable because they are not taking any debts at high interest rates. So we can see that their quarterly revenue is $1.3 million, but their operations need $3.2 million. So their basic operations to make the company running needs more than double for sustaining the basic operation. So guys, there is a no-brainer in this. From where will they get this amount of money? And that's why they are doing this dilution. So I know it is still a red flag, and dilution is one of the biggest silent killers, but they are still just a penny stock, guys. So they are still in the growing phase, and like I showed you from their financials that they are still growing. And as soon as the pandemic is over, or let's say the economy reopens and people start to spend money on healthcare products or their products whatsoever, and when they are expanding. So yes, one more thing which I would like to point out here is that they are on the verge of expansion. Like we saw, they are planning to expand in Europe as well, and for that, of course, they will need more money, and that also means that more dilution can come. So be aware of this fact. I'm pointing out this fact that more dilution can come for sure because they would need cash, okay? And that is what they will be doing, or they will be taking some other form of debt, but they will be raising money from their financial tools, okay? Not from operations. They are not making any positive cash from operations, neither from investments. The only thing how they are raising money is via financial investments or financial tools like raising debt or diluting us shareholders and so on and so on. So please keep this point in your list and remember this, that this is one of the biggest red flags. So just wanted to point out quickly for you guys, so we can see that their operating cash flow is in negative, their investing cash flow is in negative. The only way they are raising cash is via financing activities, and it's through common stock issuance. So this is the only way they are raising cash for now. But on the flip side, their balance sheet looks okay. Yeah, it's not the best balance sheet, but it's still okay. As we can see that their current assets are at $25 million, and their current liabilities, the 12-month liabilities, are just sitting at $5 million. So here we are safe. The company is quite stable, financially stable for now. And yeah, they just have to work on sales and improve their margins for now. Okay guys, so before we move on to a technical analysis, I would just like to point out this date right here for you guys, August 5th. Because that's when their second quarter 2021 financial results will be out. Now, I will definitely keep an eye on this date because I do expect them to show some major improvement in the numbers. Okay, not major, that's quite exaggerated, but some improvement in the numbers as well, because I still think that pandemic did hit their potential sales. Now, yes, they did have a product which was also treating the COVID-19 symptoms. That's how they had some improvement in the sales, but still guys, there are many other products which are much far better than their product in treating COVID-19 symptoms, and we should not forget that that's not the main purpose of their product. Okay, so that's why I do think that when the economy reopens, when the people start spending money, and yeah, when they can really expand into other continents and countries as well, then this will definitely grow. And yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. So this quarter will just give us the highlights that how the company is actually performing and are they on the right path or not. That's all. We will not see some major improvement. Yeah, that's not what we should expect for, and that will definitely not happen. So these quarterly earnings reports are just giving us the highlights and to let us know that if our investment is for good, or yeah, we should definitely change something because the fundamentals are changing. So now let's move on to the technical analysis. Okay guys, so here we are on the daily chart of Electrocore, and from the first look the chart doesn't look good at all. It's a complete bearish chart and the momentum is also not in favor of the stock price. So the first thing which is quite bearish in my opinion is that the stock price is trading below all the significant moving averages. So it's below the 200-day moving average, 50-day moving average, and the 20-day moving average. And we can see that the 50-day and the 20-day moving average is below 200-day moving average, which is really bearish sign in my opinion. And also the exponential moving average is dying out. So this means that there is no momentum which was occurring in the last 21 days. But anyways, we can also see that the RSI is in the oversold region. It's sitting at 31 and there are no signs of curling up. So maybe if we hit this support level, then maybe we might see some improvement. But looking at the momentum, yes, there is no momentum whatsoever. Also the Q sticks are okay. I do see some green Q sticks, but it's still at 0. And yeah, the moving averages are converging, but no, this is still, once it moves above 0, then I can say that yeah, we might see some upward trend, but until now there is no sign of any upward trend. The only good thing which I see here is this big gap. Yeah, that means it could happen that we might fill this gap. And the price could reach until $1.49, but yes, it would need a huge volume and some big catalyst. So we can see this was big volume right here, but we don't have any significant volume. So the next point which I would like to cover here is that this gap which we talked about, which actually happened because they did this dilution 23 days ago worth $18 million, and since then the price did not move in an upward trend. Yeah, but a good thing which I would like to point out is that it has been moving sideways since then. It is not moving into another downward trend, it is moving sideways now. Yes, and this is what I would be looking at. So we can see that the company would be opening at $1. Yeah, and this is what my focus would be. So I would look that if the company stays at $1 or above $1 for 1 to 2 trading days, and if it doesn't fall below $1, of course it can fall below $1 for 30 minutes, yeah, making one candle or 1 hour candle, doesn't matter. But in the end of the day, I should be seeing $1 at least, and that would give me a confirmation that okay, at $1 I do have some support level. I would confirm it only when I see that it stays at $1 or above $1 for 1 to 2 trading days. Because why I'm so worried about this, guys, because now the current market, the S&P 500, the Nasdaq 1000 index is at all-time highs, and still these small penny stocks are falling like hell, you know. So if the current market sentiment falls and we see a huge correction, then these can go haywire. These can fall like hell, okay? And that's why we need to manage our risk, and that's when I would be only concentrating on let's say 2 to 3 days when I do see a confirmation that the price is trading above $1 or at $1 at least. And that's when I will only put 20 to 30%, and the rest, let's say 30%, I will put when it crosses one of the moving averages. And yeah, I do see that okay, at least one of the moving averages is acting as a support level. Or in case if it just comes up to this support level right here at 1.44, that would be a good confirmation for me, because this level right here has acted as a support at various times, 3 times at least, and also maybe in the past. So that's when I would be loading up into this company. Yeah, or let's say I will put the rest of my 70%. So before that, no, I would just be maybe putting 20 to 30% as, yeah, at this level, because this also seems to be a support level like we can see right here. But again, for a good confirmation, I would wait for 1 to 2 trading days if it is trading above $1 or at least $1. So that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to show via technical analysis. So we can see these are some support levels, and this is the green zone, which I do think it can reach after some few catalysts. So we still have an upside potential of more than 100%, but it will take some time. So you have to be patient. Please do your own risk management. It's your own hard-earned money. You don't need to buy anything what I say. Just do your own research. It's your money in the end, guys. So guys, please be careful. This is what I'm trying to say, that it's your hard-earned money. Take care of it. Do your own due diligence. You don't need to buy whatever I'm saying. It's your money in the end. So please, yeah, it's not a financial advice. It's just my personal opinion. And this is just to let you guys know that there is a stock which exists out there, which is actually trading at its 52 weeks low and could have a good, really good upside potential in my opinion. And not just in my opinion, well, just before we end the video, I would just like to show you some things. So also from the analyst, we have a buy rating and the average price is at $3.17, which tells us that we do have an upside potential of over 210%. So guys, it's a game of patience. You have to analyze yourself, of course, and in my opinion, I do see an opportunity right here, and this is what I'm trying to do via my channel, to give you guys or let you guys know about some opportunities. Of course, you should be focusing on your own due diligence and you should be doing your own research for sure. This is just my personal opinion and I can be more than 100% wrong, okay? So I just wanted to show you guys what I will be doing, and that's it. So I hope this video will be helpful for you guys, and if you enjoyed it, then please don't hesitate to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet.